Well, hello there, Michael Bernoff here. Let me ask you, have you ever had one of those days where you said to yourself, I wish I didn't even wake up? You know, one of those mornings where you finally get out of bed and you're grabbing your, you got your coffee ready to get to the office, you got your smoothie shake or whatever it is you drink, and you got your boss in one ear, you got two kids following behind you if you have kids, and you finally get down to the car, out to the car, and when you're down there, you reach in your pocket for your keys or your bag or whatever it is, and you can't find them. And you got stuff balancing, you got kids screaming, a boss yelling on your phone, someone in your company, on the other end of the line, and you finally run back into the house, and they're exactly where they were supposed to be. You get onto the freeway, you're driving where you're driving, and there's traffic in a place there's never been traffic before. You turn on the radio, and there's someone complaining about something on the radio. You got the kids screaming in the background. You finally drop them off at school. You get into the office thinking, whew, that was a tough morning. And you get into work, and your best client had left you a message the day before saying something to the effect of, I'm shopping around, and I'm actually going to start looking at someone else, a competitor, for the same product, service, or opportunity, whatever you're marketing. You get through the day, you get home, you get an argument with somebody, and you go to bed feeling miserable, and you go to bed thinking, I just can't wait for a day that this never ever happens again. Well, I'm sure you've heard that statement before, that success is a journey. It's somewhere that you don't just wind up, it's a journey that you're on in life. But the interesting thing about journeys is most people never tell you that journeys have challenges and things come up. The question is, how well are you going to deal with them, and how well equipped are you for dealing with your journey, or whatever it is you're headed on, and wherever it is you're headed to go, whether it's to make more money, whether it's to be in better shape, whether it's to have a better relationship, whatever it is you're working on, what is going to get you ready? Well, I'm going to give you a little secret that these challenges are never going to go away. The difference between the massively successful and the average successful, or the people that have no success at all, or think they're just in a horrible place, is the ability to deal with these things on a regular basis. Now, one of the fastest ways to learn how to deal with these stressful or these challenging things in your life is to really find a way to really operate your body and your mind at a higher level. That's increasing your energy, that's having, better nutrition in your life, having in better shape, having more exercise going. And that's one of the biggest keys that most people have alleviated from their life, because they say things like, it's going to take a total turnaround to make my life different. You don't understand, Mike, how much I weigh. You don't understand the habits I've picked up. You don't understand I have 15 kids. The question is, do you want me to not understand, or do you want to do something about it? The way that you do something about it is, the fastest way to make change in your life is you have to realize that what you're doing currently is a massive pattern. You do the same thing each day. It's what I call day one. Day one, your day of your life, the one thing you do every day is pretty much the same thing. You get up out of bed, you check your email, or you watch TV, you make a nice breakfast for yourself, whatever it is. You head to work, or head to your home office, or you head to drop the kids off at school, and you go through about 15 things that you call your ritual, your chores for the day, and you go to bed and you wake up and typically do almost the same thing over again. Now, I know some of you are watching this saying, Mike, every one of my days are different. Yet there are certain things that you do each day that lead to the habits that you currently have in your life. Now, what I want to share with you before I get into this scenario, the changing of a very small percentage of your life really is shifting a little bit of a difference in pattern, is this. Imagine just for a second, you finally had this goal, this thing that you wanted, this door of success. And I have a nice, pretty little door here that we drew up here on the board. And through this door is everything you've ever wanted. You work hard, you make the calls, you do the thing, you do the right thing, you follow the line, you follow the path, you finally get to the door. And you knock on the door and you say, knock, knock, let me in. And the person inside says, can you give me 10 minutes? I'm working on with somebody else right now. Give me about 10 minutes and I'll be right back to you. And you're standing outside the door for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, you get a little tired. You get a little lethargic. You start being a little thirsty. And at some level, you pass out. The guy finally opens up the door, says, you ready to come in? And you said, no, no, no. I don't have enough energy. Can I do it later? And the person inside the door of success says, well, you're going to have to come back another time, because now's the time for you to step through this door to get what it is that you want. You're going to have to come back at another time. Closes the door, and you realize you did all the work, you did all the activity, you made it through all the strenuous stuff, but you didn't have the energy to walk through the door. We've all heard before that health is the greatest wealth we can all have. I'm telling you, it's crucial to have the right health in your life, because if you have the health and you have the energy, then you can actually do the things you need to do, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your money, it's your business, your sales calls, whatever you have to do. That's the most critical factor. So I shared with you day one. Most people have the things. You get out of bed, you watch TV, you eat your breakfast, you head off to work, and you go about your day. But imagine you had a different scenario. Think of that word for a second, and you did a very quick shift of about 5%. You shifted your day by about 5%. Well, forget about 5% for a second. What if you shifted your day by one item? One thing. You did one thing differently. Like, let's just say you get out of bed, you watch TV, you check your email, and at breakfast, you push away that big load of bacon, those big thing of omelet with cheese dripping all over it, and for just a second, you reach out and have a shake or a little broccoli, some tea, some melon, something that's a little more healthy, just for that quick 10 minutes of your life. You go to work. Now, how are you going to feel that day when you finally get to the office? You finally get to making calls that day. My question for you is this: are you going to feel a little bit better? Now, what if you woke up the next morning? You broke your pattern just again one more time. You got up, you watch TV, you check your email, whatever it is you do in the morning, get the kids ready for school. Maybe you just had that same meal again the next day. Maybe this followed on for a week. You broke your pattern by one little thing. My question is, would that start to make a difference in how you feel about yourself? Would that make a difference when you showed up at the door? Maybe it gave you an extra minute or two of energy. Or maybe in a week later, you added on one more thing. And maybe it's 5 push-ups that you do in the morning. Or maybe it's a 3-minute walk around the block. Or 1 or 2 things that you did different during your day just to break your pattern. The biggest reason why people don't become successful, I think they need to change their entire life. Well, I'm here to tell you that the shift you're looking for in your life is so minute, so small, so insignificant, that you don't realize if you did it simply in the middle of the day, it'll become a significant part of your life. The littlest insignificant thing that you don't realize, one different habit, one different thing for your health is going to make all the difference.